Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our English class. And today we have grade 9, unit 10, Wildlife in Danger. At the beginning, we have today period number 4 and page 31. So let's start with our lesson, page 31. Today we have the new words. Listen to these new words and repeat.
Period 4. Activity 1. Cause. Coast. Destroy. Disappear. Discover. Man-made. Net. Require. Risk. Species. Word formation. Act. Action. Die. Death.
Okay, let's come now to the second exercise, and the same exercise, but let us deal with the new words one by one. So the first one is cause. Cause can become as a noun and verb. The reason why something happens, this is noun, and verb as a verb is to make something happen. Okay, and look here at this picture. We use cause to give the reason why. All these questions need an answer, and read the reason why. So cause is the reason why something happened. For example, she had died for natural causes. Causes is noun here, and the difficult driving conditions caused several accidents. This is verb. The second one is coast. Coast, as you look at the picture, okay, you can find this is the coast beside the sea, the land beside the sea. It is the land next to or close to the sea. Coast. It is noun. For example, we spent a week by the coast or on the coast. It means by the sea. We spent a week by the sea. After coast, we have destroy. And this picture shows that the man feel angry of his laptop maybe, and he want to destroy everything, to damage everything, and to destroy. So destroy is a verb, to damage something so badly that it cannot be used. For example, most of the old part of the city was destroyed by bombs during the war. After destroy, we have disappear. Disappear is a verb. Something cannot be seen or found, and the opposite, disappear, the opposite is appear. Look at the picture. You can find, I feel so tired. I just want to quit everything and disappear sometimes. For example, I can't find my keys anywhere. They've completely disappeared. The sun disappeared behind a cloud. Next we have discover. Discover, it means to find out or explore, to find some information, a place or an object for the first time. Is it a verb? For example, who discovered America? Next, we searched all morning for the missing papers and finally discovered them in a drawer. Look at this picture. Discover yourself. Now after discover, we have man-made, and here in this picture, everything in this picture is man-made because it is done by the man. Man-made is noun, something creates and does by the man, and it is not natural. For example, most of the beautiful clothes in Palestine are man-made. After man-made, we have require. Require is a verb to need something or make something necessary. For example, please call this number if you require any further information. Another example, bringing up children often requires you to put their needs first. And this picture shows that all great achievements require time. Next, we have risk. And risk is a noun. Dangerous. We can say all the possibility of something bad happening. For example, in this business, the risks and the rewards are high. I want clean I want clean rivers and lakes where you can swim without risk to your health. And here in this picture shows that risks ahead. After risk we have species, and look at the picture, you can find lion, tiger, all these things, all these animals have the same species, the same kind. Okay, now species is a set of animals or plants in which the numbers have similar characteristics, and species is noun. For example, mountain gorillas are an endangered species. Another example, over 100 species of insects are found in this area. After this, we have act. Act is a verb to behave in the stated way. For example, don't be silly, you're acting like a child. He acted as if he'd never met me before. We have the noun of act is action, something that you do. For example, she has to accept the consequences of her actions. I asked him to explain his action. After act, we have die is a verb, while death is the noun. Die to stop being alive, either suddenly or slowly. 12 people died in the accident. She died from hunger or cancer. Do they count people who die with COVID-19? Now death is a noun, the end of life. For example, the disease causes thousands of deaths a year. Do you believe in life after death? Okay. After we finish with the new words, everyone, I want you to put them in this exercise number 2. So, I will give you time to write and put the new words in the spaces. You have 1 minute, think about it. Okay. After you finish writing these words, the new words, I want you to check your answers by listening to this activity and check your answer, is it correct or not.
Unit 10, Period 4. Activities 2 and 3. 1.
Scientists are still discovering more new kinds of life in the deep oceans. It's amazing! There are millions of different species.
2.
pollution is causing a lot of damage to life in the oceans.
Yes, we risk losing many different species. It's becoming a huge man-made disaster.
3.
We have to do something. The whole world needs to take action.
Well, some countries now require fishing boats to catch fewer fish.
4.
Some people use very large nets to help catch the fish that they want.
But they also cause the destruction of other kinds of sea life too. 5.
I love the old path along the coast above the sea. Let's go that way.
I'm sorry, but we can't. Parts of it were destroyed by the sea last winter. They fell into the sea and disappeared during some very bad weather.
After we finish writing these words and listening to this activity, now let's jump to exercise number 3 and listen, of course. But here in this exercise, you need to look at these pictures and listen and number the points from 1 to 5 as you hear. Okay, here in these two pictures we have the man and the boat and the boy. Maybe they are in a boat, and he is preparing the net to catch some fish, and they are here in the middle of the sea, and they are, after they caught the fish, they try to bring the fish inside the boat. So listen everybody, and I want you to order these phrases. So let us see which phrase is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen.
Unit 10, Period 4, Activity 4. My name is Jim Webb, and my family have been fishermen for 150 years, and I still remember my grandfather talking about the old days. He and his father before him risked their lives every time they went out to sea. They didn't stay close to the coast. They went far out with their large nets to catch bigger species of fish, and out there they were really alone. A lot of boats didn't come back. The sea destroyed them and they disappeared. And when a boat sank like that, the cause was often never discovered. So life was much harder in my grandfather's time than it was when I first went fishing 60 years ago. We were starting to get a lot of advantages that he never had when he was young. First of all, they only had sails in the old days, and the wind was often in the wrong direction. But we had powerful engines to help sail fast in the right direction. And in the old days, men needed to be really strong to get their heavy nets full of fish out of the water. But when I was young, we already had special equipment to help get the heavy nets out of the water. Another thing, they were very alone in bad weather in the old days, but we had radio to call for help if necessary, and we were in trouble. And talking about trouble, they didn't have any real way of knowing about bad weather in the coming days in my grandfather's time. But we had weather forecasts to give warnings of bad weather. One very important thing is this. In the old days, they didn't have any help in finding the right place to put their nets in the water. But we already did when I was young. We had modern technology to help find fish.
Okay everyone, I think you know which sentence or which phrase is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let us see. Number 1 is Number 1 is the powerful engines to help sail fast in the right direction. What about number 2? Special equipment to help get the heavy nets out of the water. Number 3 is radio to call for help if necessary. And number 4, weather forecast to give warning and bad weather. And the last one, modern technology to help find fish.
Unit 10.
That's all for today. Thanks for attending and have a nice day.